Hey guys, so today we're going to continue our SBAC races practice. So we can use races to construct short answers that include writing and complete sentences using correct capitalization and punctuation. We can use text evidence to support our thinking, and we can compare and contrast 3 articles. Please remember that we've been working on this now for, this is our 2nd week. So today we're going to continue, and everybody's at a different place in this. Some of you have been absent a few days. You might be a little bit behind. Today is your day to catch up, because on Tuesday or Wednesday, or both Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to go to breakout rooms to peer edit our first writing with races. So let me show you what you'll be doing. So the first thing you need to do is go to our Google Classroom and click on classwork. Once you're there, you're going to find this week of December 14th through the 18th, right there, and open the SBAC practice races. It's right here. It is the same file that you have been working on. You're going to click it and open it. Now mine is at a different spot. Once you're there, you're going to want to go all the way down to slide 16, and let's remind ourselves what we're writing about. The question is, why might people choose to drink bottled water rather than tap water? Provide specific reasons from at least 2 sources in your answer. Be sure to name each source. So we started doing that. We are going back up to slide 13, 14, and 15. And remember, we already highlighted our evidence in the text. So now I've got to figure out where I'm at on my slide, and I need to continue. Some of you may have all of this slide done. Perfect. I'll show you what you're going to do next. Some of you may still be on slide 17, and that's fine. Today is your day to finish it. So you should have your RACECE completed. Remember, the R means restate your question. A is answer the question. C is cite text evidence. E, explain your evidence. You need C again because you're providing specific reasons from 2 sources, at least 2 sources. You can provide it from all 3 sources if you like. Cite the text evidence and explain it, and then summarize. Remember that you can look back up here at the different examples of what the R, the A, the C with sentence frames, the E with sentence frames, and the S with sentence frames to remind yourself what that means. Remember, this is independent. You should be working on this on your own. That gives me a chance to know who has mastered this and who still needs help. So I've modeled all of this already last week. I'm now going to model S. Now remember, I'm not going back into my text and showing you how to do it. I'm just reminding you how to start it. So S means to summarize. So I can use any of these sentence frames. I'm going to use, I think I'll do as a result. So I would start with as a result. Now you can choose your own sentence frame. And then I'm going to restate what I said from the R and the A. Okay? Now I'm not going to do that because I want you to use your information to restate it, to summarize it. This is your closing. It's what wraps your writing up. The last thing that your reader will read to remind themselves, oh yeah, that's what I read about. Okay, so you should have this entire slide filled out. When you're done with that, you're going to go to slide 18. And it says this is where you will write. Use your information from the RACECE form above to write your response. Use the slides below to make sure you have a topic sentence, transition words, and a conclusion sentence. Also, make sure that you use specific text evidence and name the source. So now I'm going to use this information and I'm going to completely delete this. See, watch, I click on it, I highlight it, I click delete. Now I can type. Something you want to do before you start typing is you want to make the font smaller by clicking right up here. I'm just going to put mine at 18. So if you'll go ahead and move yours to 18, then you'll want to click right here and align left. That moves it right to the left for you, okay? Now you may begin writing. You're not making it up. You already have that information right here. You just need to put it into words, okay? This should be at least 7 sentences. And the reason I say at least 7 sentences is because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots on the races form. Now the thing is, some of them have more than 1 sentence in them already. So you're going to see that it could very well end up being more than 7 sentences, but it should be no less than 7 sentences. So remember, when I start my paragraph, I want to indent, and I do that by pressing Tab. And then I can start writing. I can also use slide 19 for sentence frames. Okay, so that's there. I don't need to state my opinion because it is not based on my opinion. That's what I have to keep reminding you guys. It is based on what the text says, not what I think, what the text says. So I could just start by typing my R. People choose to drink bottled water rather than tap water. I'm going to continue. I'm going to state my A, then my C. Before I state my C, I need a transition word I could use to begin with. Then I'm going to write my E. Okay, well, I already have this shows, so you don't have to choose one from here. You already have this shows. But if you want to choose another one, you can. You can say an example is because this shows, and then tell us what you wrote about in E. And then for C again, your second C, you're going to want to come back here and choose a different transition word. So maybe another reason, or most importantly, or finally. Then you're going to type your C, then your E, and then your S. So when you're done with that, what do you need to do? Because writers don't just write it one time and then they're finished. What should you be looking for? Well, you should be looking to edit your work. And on the teacher's file, it says, did you start with capitalization? Did you end with punctuation? Did you use your transition words? And did you reread it at least 3 times to make sure it makes sense? Some of us are just typing it and turning it in. No, you've got to get in the habit of going back and reading it, because sometimes we leave out words or we forget a sentence. So make sure you're going back in and you're rereading it at least 3 times, okay? If you notice on the direction page, I have what slides can help you. Every direction that I just talked about is right here. The teacher will have this displayed on her screen so you can look back at. If you finish this, and you most likely will not, but I do expect that you're working the entire time, you can log into an Imagine Literacy. Guys, please do not turn this in. Remember, we'll continue working on this even after Christmas break, okay? Do not click turn it in. Work on it the entire time, okay? Make sure you're going back into the text and you're finding that text evidence if you're not done with this. Again, I want to remind you that this slide should be completed today, and this slide should be completed today. Make me proud. Do your best.